suffragettes would have been outraged by the injustices faced by women today, the great-granddaughter of their leader has said on International Women's Day. Helen Pankhurst, whose ancestor Emmeline Pankhurst led the women's rights movement, was among those taking part in a march to mark the event. She said there should be a concerted push to get more women into politics. Meanwhile, Education Secretary Nicky Morgan has also said the number of female MPs should be increased. There is so much still to be done, both here and internationally. Dr. Helen Pankhurst. Events have taken place across the UK to mark International Women's Day. In London, Dr. Pankhurst joined hundreds of celebrities, activists, and politicians walking in the march from City Hall to the Royal Festival Hall, with many carrying banners and dressed in the style of suffragettes. Actress Gemma Arterton, BBC Radio 1 DJ Gemma Cairney and singers Annie Lennox and Paloma Faith also took part in the march organised by Charity Care International to show solidarity with women around the world. She said of Sunday's events, "The continuity with the past is important because we need to honour it, but also there is so much still to be done, both here and internationally." She said that there had been successes in areas like education, but participation in politics was lacking, with improvements also needed in supporting parenting and childcare and fighting violence against women. The suffragettes of old would say that the vote was only ever the beginning, she added. If they were alive today, they would be outraged by the myriad of injustices faced by women and girls around the world. Dr. Pankhurst told the BBC she felt passionately about issues like access to clean water for women in developing countries, adding that it should not be acceptable that some have to spend hours a day collecting water. Lennox said, "Globally, there is so much inequity for women and girls living in developing countries in terms of sexual and reproductive health care, medical access, education, protection logistically in terms of their rights, just so many endless issues with women and girls." She added that men and boys needed to fight for equality, saying, "We must have both sexes on board with us." PM is feminist. Speaking on Sky News' Mernaghan programme, Ms Morgan denied that government spending cuts had disproportionately affected women. She said of Prime Minister David Cameron, "He absolutely is a feminist. He is on the side of women and he has done a huge amount to get women into the cabinet." She said the tone of the debate with women in Parliament was very different, adding, "We need more women in Parliament." Ms Morgan went on, "The Prime Minister is absolutely on the side of making sure that women have the best possible opportunities, as is the Chancellor, as are I think all of my male colleagues."